Oh, jeez. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another Froothie Cooking with Lisa live stream. Today, I am so excited to share with you a special recipe that I learned when I was just a little kid cooking with my grandma. It's a classical Italian recipe that I personally adjusted, making it plant-based. It's also gluten-free and keto. And I think this dish looks just amazing served with a fresh salad. So I will also share with you one of the best salad dressing ever. Special guests of today are the Optimum 9200A and the 𝗍𝗏𝗏 from Froothie. Stay tuned because at the end of the stream, you will have access to a discount code that you can use on any of our products on froothie.com.au. Hey, hi everybody. Okay, so let's start, and I'm gonna show you all the ingredients that you are gonna need today for this amazing lasagna. It's one of my favorite dishes ever. So for the lasagna, you are gonna need 3 large eggplants. Then you're gonna need 3 large zucchinis. For the cheese, the cashew cheese, you're gonna need 3 cups of cashews that we have right here, 1 cup of rice milk, 3/4 cups of nutritional yeast. Then you're gonna need 1/2 tablespoon of salt and 1/2 clove of garlic. Then for the tomato sauce, you're gonna need 250 grams of Roma tomatoes. And here we have 1/2 clove of garlic as well. 1/2 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and 1 can of diced tomatoes. Or even if you get the peeled one, it's fine because we're gonna throw everything in the 𝗍𝗏 and it's gonna do everything by itself. You're gonna turn your oven at 200 degrees Celsius. For the salad dressing, you're gonna need 1 small cooked capsicum. I already cooked mine and I'm gonna show you how to peel it in a few minutes. 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We have some Dijon mustard right here. And 2 tablespoons of tahini. You're gonna need tahini. I love tahini. We are also gonna use 1 tablespoon of the cheese that we are gonna make for the lasagna. Hey everybody, I can't really read your comments, but our team is on the chat. So if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask them in the chat because they will answer to all of your questions. Also, if you missed anything, we are going to repost this video on YouTube, so you are free to go and watch it whenever you like. Following for the salad dressing, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, black pepper, and for the salad, I am using some mixed grains and some olives, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to throw all of the ingredients into the 𝗍𝗏𝗏. Let me take off the steam basket. So the 𝗍𝗏𝗏 does come with a steam basket. You can steam vegetables, you can steam rice. So crazy. You can steam rice, but we don't need it today. If you need to do other cooking, you can steam, put something like vegetables in the steaming basket while you are cooking your tomato sauce. Why not? So all the ingredients for the tomato sauce are going in. So here we have the 250 grams of Roma tomatoes with the garlic, olive oil. Then we have the rest of the can of the tomato. I'm making a mess like usual. Okay, everything is in, and let me clean my hand because I'm making a mess. What else we need? Oh, the salt. Okay, let me get some salt, half teaspoon of salt, and we are done with the ingredients. So I'm going to close the evolve. I'm gonna turn it on. Actually, it just activated when you put on the jug. Okay, hear the sound. Then I'm going to use manual function. So I'm going to select the speed that I want, which is 1, 8, 9, 1. Then the time I'm gonna start with 6 minutes, and then I will have to turn it off temporarily because I need to use this blender. I'm gonna show you in a second. The temperature I'm gonna select, so it starts from 70. I'm going to select 85 or 90 actually. 90 because you want to bring the sauce to a boil. 90, and then the speed actually I'm gonna do no speed, and the time I need to reselect the time. So I was saying that I'm gonna use the 90 to 108 to make the cashew sauce, but because this kitchen has a low on, so it's starting already, it's gonna do everything on its own. So this kitchen has a low watts usage, so I cannot turn on both machines at the same time. So bear with me, we're gonna make it work, guys. Okay, I'm going to show you how to cut all of the vegetables. I already pre-made some last night. You can't see, actually. I made all of those vegetables, so I cut the time of the cooking in the oven because they do take quite a while. So what I would do, since you have to do the dressing as well, I would get the capsicum, the raw capsicum, and just place it in the oven and leave it inside the oven while the other vegetables are cooking. So then it will become like this, and it's going to be already cooked and ready to use. You just need to peel it and throw it in the blender. So let's go ahead and cut the eggplant. I hope everybody is well and good and started this new year with a kick. Okay, so this is the thickness that you want your vegetables cut, roughly 1 centimeter, like this. And what you're gonna do, actually, I'm gonna get my pan with some parchment paper. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut all the vegetables. And I thought that while I'm cutting all the vegetables, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself and also Australia, because Australia, as I mentioned in one of my previous video, I think it was the first live stream that I did, Australia is my second home, as I lived in Australia for almost 7 years. I traveled everywhere. I started in Melbourne, but then I left Melbourne because it was too damn cold, and I don't like the cold weather. And so then I went on a banana farm in the far north in Cairns. So also let us know in the comments below, where are you from? I want to know where you guys are from in Australia, because I visited pretty much, not everywhere, but pretty much everywhere. So I'm just laying the vegetables like this. I'm going to show you. Laying the vegetables flat like this. You can even laying them close, one close to the other. And then you're going to put some salt and olive oil. The evolve is already doing the work, is cooking, so you don't have to worry about anything. What was I saying? Then I went to the banana farm up to the north. That was one of my best experiences in my whole life. It was a bit crazy and a bit extreme, but I am an adrenaline junkie, so I did enjoy it. And Australia is one of the most beautiful country that I ever seen in my whole life, and I've been to a lot of places. Then I went on the Gold Coast and I spent 4 years on the Gold Coast. And while I was on the Gold Coast, I visited Brisbane, Adelaide. I went everywhere. So I'm just going ahead and cut the vegetables. I'm going to show you how to cut the zucchini as well. I know that you know because it's easy, but I just want to show you. How thick you want them to be. Like this. And zucchini, they do have a lot of water, so they're gonna cook actually a bit faster than the eggplant. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish with the vegetables. So yeah, I went on the Gold Coast and I stayed there. I did all kind of jobs. I was a dancer and I enjoyed all of the things that I did. And then I started my journey to healthy food. I got into healthy food. I was a bit sick and I didn't feel well, and I discovered this amazing journey to healthy food. And then that's when I got 6 years ago, I got my first blender from Froothie. I still have it at home. It's a bit worn out because I literally use it every day, like super health freak, making my smoothies every day for breakfast, for lunch. And that's how I started using Froothie, and I love their blenders, and now I have this amazing opportunity, so I am enjoying, and I'm glad that I do. Okay, so we did our vegetables. We cut the vegetables, and now I am just gonna put a little bit of salt. So when you put salt on the vegetables, I'm using pink Himalayan salt. The water is gonna come out. And also you can put a little bit of olive oil, but I'm just gonna leave them like this. And you can cover them. Okay, so the 𝗍𝗏𝗿𝗶 is telling me that it's done. I'm gonna do another round of 6 minutes. So I'm going to select the time. I'm going to select the time to 6 minutes. And I am going to put some aluminium foil on the vegetables so they steam and they cook quicker. 5. You can even set, if you want, just a chunky soup. Speed 0. Actually 1. Okay, temperature is ready. Okay, on. So now it's blending. Getting the aluminium foil and just laying that on the vegetables. Of course, I did only half eggplant, but you're going to do all the 3 plus the zucchini. I'm going to put this in the oven. So now that it's blended, I want it to cook more. So I'm going to select the temperature to 90 degrees. And now we are going to do the cheese sauce. 90 degrees, time, 6 minutes again. 20. Sorry guys, I'm just selecting the time. Bear with me. Okay, on. Okay, so now it's cooking. It's hot, so be careful when you touch the jar. Now I am going to, since we did all the vegetables, we cut the vegetables. and I showed you what kind of thickness you want them to be. I am going to throw all of the ingredients for the cashew cheesy sauce. So we have half clove of garlic here. You can even put one. And the cashews in. Then we have, so the correct order, I keep doing this, but the correct order would be liquid first, then whatever spices you are using or flavor, and then the milk, the liquids. So I'm gonna add the liquid. Okay. And then the nutritional yeast. So we say 3/4 cup. I'm just gonna 2, 3. I love nutritional yeast. I think is great if you're making a cheese substitute like a plant-based or vegan cheese. I think is amazing because it gives that cheesy taste. Salt. Salt. And then I'm gonna keep going with my story. Once I got into health foods and I went vegan, I went plant-based, I felt the difference straight away. All of my health conditions went away and I was super happy. I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper as well. And let me see, salt. Okay, that's all for the cheese. So I'm gonna wait for the tomato sauce to finish. It's almost done. And then I'm gonna turn on this blender and blend the cheese. It's only gonna take like 20 seconds. So then I went to school I went to culinary school in Australia, and I started working for this amazing vegan restaurant on the Gold Coast. And pretty much that's where I learned. I learned more in the restaurant than at school. It's always like that because it was experience. And yeah, so I was super happy, and then I had to leave Australia. I was super sad, but I did my experiences. I traveled all around the world. Okay, so now I am going to use the second jug that I have for the 9200A. I think it's handy to have 2 jugs. You can get it on the website. It's handy to have a spare jugs if you are busy or you're making other stuff and maybe you don't have time or you don't want to wash the other jug. You have one ready if you do a lot of cooking. So I'm gonna show you how I peel the capsicum. We only said half, so I'm just gonna tear it apart like that. Okay, even if you have some seeds in, don't worry. So when you cook the capsicum in the oven, like I just mentioned before, so you just you put it in the oven straight and you leave it there for like 40 minutes or so. It's gonna become like this, perfectly roasted. This is a roasted capsicum, and you just peel it. The skin is gonna come off so easily. And even if you want to put the skin in the blender, it's fine because this blender, it's super duper powerful and it's not gonna leave any bits or pieces or anything. So it's gonna be super smooth, whatever sauce you are making with whatever ingredients. I remember that when I used to make so many smoothies, because I was on a raw diet for a little bit, sometimes I used to forget dates, bits inside. Oh my God, that was so bad. And they were blended. In this blender, they were blended. So my smoothies were with date pits. Not good. Okay, salad dressing. We said one small cooked capsicum, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I'm gonna put this in now. Oh, and one time, you want to know something funny? 1 tablespoon. I even blended a freaking spoon in the blender. Like, can you believe this? I remember so clearly because I just bought my blender. And at that time, like I remember I saved the money for the blender and I was so excited. And one day I made a smoothie and I put all of the ingredients, and then the spoon, I think I had some agave on the spoon, and I put agave on the spoon and I put it in the blender and I left it there to go down properly, and then I put some spinach on the top, so the spoon was covered with the spinach, and oh my god, I forgot it there. And I turned on the blender, and the blender was fine, it just had some scratches that I sand down with some sandpaper, and the spoon was bent in half. Guys, don't do this because it's not fun. I was so sad that day. Anyway, black pepper for the salad dressing. I'm just gonna remove that. The salt, nutritional yeast, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast here. The tomato sauce is almost done. Then 1 tablespoon of the cashew cheese that I already made some yesterday, so I have already some here. Just gonna put inside. And 2 tablespoons of tahini. Who else loves tahini? I need a fresh spoon for that. So now I'm here in Italy, but usually I do travel the world. But now for COVID, my only option was to come here home, and I think I'm gonna stay here for a while and then start traveling again. What about you? What's your story with COVID? What are you doing? Are you stuck at home? I don't even know how it is in Australia right now. Here, it's pretty crazy. Okay, nutritional yeast, cheese. We have all of the ingredients, the capsicum, and you can add, where is it? Here. You can add, if you want it, I'm gonna see how it blends. If it's too thick, you can add some water, just a little bit of water, or even some rice milk. You know, I have some here, so I may throw in some rice milk. So the sauce is done. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna turn that off, just to make sure that it's off, and I'm going to quickly blend the cheesy sauce. The 9200A does come with a temper tool that you can use to move the ingredients around and make sure that nothing gets stuck, and the spatula. So we're gonna use this to scrape the cheese. Okay, so I'm gonna blend on the 20-second preset function. Seconds, and I'm going to show you the consistency. This is the same cheese, by the way, that we made last time for the appetizers, healthy appetizers. If you watch the stream, this is the same cheese. Can you see how smooth this is? So this is the perfect consistency. Perfect consistency. And I am actually gonna scrape this straight out of the jug, so I'm gonna leave it here. Now we do have the tomato sauce is ready. It is a little bit runny, but I would cook it more, but I'm scared that we're not gonna have enough time. So if you see that it's runny when you are making your lasagna, if you see that it's runny, just cook it a little bit more until it dries. I'm gonna super quick blend. Actually, I'm gonna leave this for later. I'm all over the place, guys. My brain is a bit. Okay, so now I have all of the ingredients, all of the vegetables cut here, as I said before, as I mentioned before. We're gonna start. This is fun because it reminds me, I need another spoon. It reminds me when I was a little kid, and even the smell. And the plant-based version, oh my God, guys, you need to try this lasagna, because the plant-based version, you would never think, like, my family is not plant-based, is not vegan. They don't have, I don't want to say they don't have a clue, but they are not, let's say that they don't have that lifestyle, kind of lifestyle. I'm just gonna pour the tomato sauce in a container. It's a bit runny, but I suggest you to let it cook a little bit more in the 𝗍𝗏. And anyway, even if you know, maybe you're in a rush, I don't know, but if you want to use the runny version, don't worry, because when we're gonna put the lasagna in the oven and we're gonna let it cook, so if it's too runny, the tomato, you can let it cook more and it will dry in the oven, so it's gonna go in the oven again. So don't worry about that. You can always fix things. What was I saying? Yeah, that my family is not vegan at all, and whenever they eat this lasagna, they go crazy. So I know that it's good because of that. Okay, so we're gonna start with layering some of the tomato sauce. I'm gonna do this because it's quicker. So we're gonna start with the first layer of the tomato sauce, just like this. I have some parchment paper here, so it's easier once you put it on the plate. So some tomato here. Then I'm gonna put some of the cashew sauce on the same first layer. I like to do the first layer, I like to do it mixed with the cheesy sauce, and I'm gonna show you with the final product. I'm gonna show you why in a second, once I show you the pre-made lasagna that I made last night, but it's already ready. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it a little bit. It doesn't need to be like completely mixed, just like this. Like this. So you can leave the tomato layer and the cheese on the bottom. Then you are going to start with your eggplants. So I'm taking the eggplants that I cooked already, and you are going to cover the whole surface of the bottom with the eggplant, and make sure that the surface is completely covered, because you don't want to leave any spaces, so it's going to be all compact once you turn it upside down on the plate. I'm going to show you in a minute. I cannot wait to show you the final result, because it looks so amazing. So I'm using the small one. Usually, you know, this is okay for maybe, oh shoot, this is okay maybe for 2 people, and it's super light because this is keto, so it's super light, and you gonna want to eat more because it's super light. So maybe even for one, I could eat just the whole thing by myself, because it's so good, super light. Then after the eggplant, we're gonna put another layer of cheese, of the cashew cheese. I cannot wait to move. I'm looking for my own apartment right now, and I cannot wait to move. So I'm gonna have all of the space that I need, because this is my grandparents' house. They gave me the kitchen. They were so nice. Then after the cheese, we are going to start a layer of zucchini. Always remember covering the whole surface. I'm gonna come close and show to you how I'm gonna do this. So it's already 29 minutes. Oh my God. But we have time, we have time. I'm always anxious that I'm late or I'm taking too long. This process takes a little bit of time, but it's nice, you know, if you want to do it with your family, if you want to do it with some friends, it's just nice, and I think it's also relaxing. Okay, to me, it's relaxing. So I'm gonna show you how I layered the zucchini like this. Make sure that everything is covered, and then just keep going with the same order of layering. So tomato sauce, ta-da! Tomato sauce is done. And then the cheesy sauce. No, oops, oh, I was making a mistake. Then after the tomato, we need to do the eggplant again. Covering everything. Wow, my God, I wish you guys were here to smell just the tomato sauce with the garlic. It smells so Italian, so Italian. And the cheesy sauce, like, so smells so good. Your whole house will smell like Italy and lasagna. Layering the eggplant. And also, I suggest you, whenever you do a layer of vegetables, you press it down a little bit with your fingers. So once we turn it upside down, it's going to be all firm and compact. Then the cheese. Cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. More cheese. And I always go crazy whenever I do any vegan cheese. Man, I go crazy with the nutritional yeast that I know that in Australia you call nooch. I go crazy with the nutritional yeast because it tastes so good. Then zucchini again, another layer of zucchini. Guys, we're almost there. We're almost done with all of those layers. And we're gonna put this in the oven in just a few seconds. And then blend the dressing for the salad. Wow. Okay, zucchini is done. Then again with the tomato sauce. A little bit with a spoon. And then again with the eggplant. Again with the eggplant. Let us know what you guys would like to see. Comment below if you guys tried this recipe. You can do everything, even if you just have, one blender. I just wanted to show you how to use the blender. But if you just have the 9200A, you can just put all of the ingredients for the tomato sauce in the jar, blend everything, put it in a pot and let it boil so it dries a bit. And then you just keep going with the cheese. If you have a second jug, it's handy, as I said before, because you don't need to wash it. You can do the cheese in the other jug. And while the tomato is cooking, my Italian pronunciation is strong. My accent is strong. I know that. Yeah, now the zucchini. And we are almost done. I think this is the last layer. Actually, that was quicker than I thought. It was quicker than I thought. And yeah, so I was saying that you can do everything with the 9200, or even if you have the 𝗍𝗶𝗍𝗶. The 𝗍𝗶𝗍𝗶 does come with two jugs. One is the cooking jug which I just used, which has this smooth handle, and the other one is the vacuum jug, which vacuums the air whenever you are blending something like a smoothie. So it does prevent oxidation, which I think it's amazing, because I don't know about any other blender that has the vacuum function. And when you make smoothies or banana ice cream, you know that sometimes fruit especially does have a little bit of oxidation. And it won't happen with the 𝗍𝗶𝗍𝗶 because they made a design with a vacuum option, vacuum function, which I think is just genius. Okay, so this was the layer of the, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do one last quick layer of eggplant. And I'm gonna take this to my friend's house this afternoon. And I know that they're gonna be blown away. Guys, you have, the team is in the chat, so any question you have about any of our appliances, the team is ready to answer to any of your questions. And we are going to, as I said before, upload the video on YouTube. We're going to upload the video on YouTube. So if you miss any step, don't understand anything, something, you can rewatch it on YouTube. Okay, so this was my last layer of eggplant. I'm just gonna press it down a little bit, like that. And just put the last layer of tomato sauce. Oh my God, I just spilled on the towel, whatever. And then, as I did before in the previous one, I'm gonna put some more cheesy sauce on top. So remember how in the first layer I did tomato and then in the middle I did some cheese? Because the cheese is gonna dry up in the oven and it's gonna look like melted cheese. So it's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna come close and show you. Wow, look at the mess. Okay, this is ready. So this was the last layer. Everything is layered. Last layer with the cheese and the tomato sauce. Looks already amazing. I'm gonna put this in the oven. Voila. Done in the oven. And okay, so let me blend this first, and once we have all the ingredients, I'm gonna show you the lasagna, because you are gonna die. Because the lasagna looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna turn the 9200A on, and if I'm not happy with the consistency, I am going to add some water inside. So I'm gonna do the 20 seconds preset function. I think it's enough to blend this. Okay, I stopped it because I already know that I need to add some water. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add a little bit of rice milk just to make it. Oh, it smells so good. A little bit of rice milk. You can add water, or cashew milk, or a little bit of more cheese. Okay, blending. I'm going to use the spatula to make sure that all the ingredients are just scraping down. Oh my God, it smells so good. Scraping down with the spatula, and just blend it again. Okay, it's done. It's done. Clean cup. Let me get a clean cup because I want to show you how this looks. Okay, ready? Voila, this is a dressing. I would put this dressing in a squeezy bottle. I don't have one right now, but this is the dressing, guys. Voila. Smooth, creamy, and just perfect. Okay, so are you ready for this? Because I'm going to show you the lasagna right now. This, once it's done and you take it off, out of the oven, you want to let it cool down for 1 hour. And then you're going to turn it upside down, remove the parchment paper. Remove the parchment paper and you're going to have this amazing. Guys, look at the layers. Like you can see the layering of the vegetable, the cheese, the tomato. Like how amazing is this? You can see the eggplant. Like this is real lasagna. This is actually, you know, I think Italy should have this lasagna as their dish. And it's just amazing. I'm going to put some, see the effect of the cheese that I layered on the bottom layer, the first layer that you do with the tomato, and the cheese in the middle is gonna have this like effect. See with the cheese, and you can see the eggplants. So now I'm gonna put some, I have some basil leaf. I would serve them with some basil leaves and a little bit of olive oil on top. I'm gonna cut this with you and serve it on the plate with the dressing and OMG. Okay, let me do this. So this is massive. Wait, because I do have a mess here going on. So I'm going to cut this. I'm gonna get a fork. I'm gonna cut this and then I'm gonna put it on the plate. You know what? I'm gonna cut half because I want to show you how it looks in the middle. And you want a sharp knife to cut this, and you want to cut it in this angle. I'm gonna show you from close how you want to cut this. So you want to have a sharp knife and you want to cut it like this, not pressing down like this because all of the vegetables are gonna sink. So you want to cut vertically like this. And now I'm gonna show you what's in the middle, the treasure. Okay, let me get the plate. Plate here. Another fork. And I'm gonna do this. Okay. So I'm going to transfer the half. It's gonna be super firm. Even the day after, it's even better. Super firm, easy to cut, and just perfect. Oh my God. Okay. Let me show you 1 second. Get this paper right here. Paper. I'm just cleaning the plate. Okay, ready to see the layering, how it is in the middle. Voila! It looked like a sandwich. It does look like a sandwich, like a club sandwich, but it's not. It's a lasagna. Can you see all the vegetables, the cheese, the tomato layering, eggplant? It just looks so delicious, and it is delicious. Okay, quick, because I think I'm late. It's already 44 minutes, but I think we have time. We have an hour, so I have time. So I have some mixed grains and some olives here that I chose for my mixed salad. Just gonna put some on the plate. Some on the plate. And oh, and the basil for the lasagna. Let me find a small leaf because those leaves are huge. Just gonna basil is not so good. Okay, so cutting few leaves of basil. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top of the lasagna, just like that. The salad, and now the dressing, guys. The dressing for the salad. I'm gonna pour it on the salad from close. Okay, ready? Wait, I should do it the other way around. Wait, guys, bear with me. Oh. Wow. And some olives on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here you have this amazing salad dressing with a mixed salad and the lasagna. How amazing is that? Guys, let us know if you tried this dish. Discount code will pop up super soon that you can use on any of our products at froothie.com.au. I am going to eat this for lunch because here it's almost lunchtime. It's 11 a.m. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know if you tried it and what do you think. Let us know also what you would like us to make, what you would like to see. And see you on the next live stream. Ciao from Italy. Bye. Thank you for watching, guys. Ciao, ciao.